Black women tend to put white men on a pedestal and yet hate when they think, quote unquote, you're acting white. Or when you're part white or you're multiracial and they think that they tend to hate you for those type of things. Let's get started. Hello, Exotical Barbies. Welcome back to my video. I love making controversial videos, and today I'm feeling very controversial, so let's get started. Remember how I talked about in my last video that hate people hate people, sorry. Also too, people, projection is their confession from my video, I think about, it's just my last video, I'm sorry. But let me get started. So one thing I noticed is that for unambiguous black women is that they tend to put white men on a pedestal, and it's been happening for years. So if you go back and look at some shows like what's it called, Will Smith's show, I forgot what it's called, oh my gosh. But I realized when the white guy, he came in one night, I forgot what character, she brought her white husband one night, and they realized they would take care of him. He was taking care of his wife one night. I remember how, first of all, they looked at the character weird because they're like, oh, you date a white man, huh? You know? But once they started seeing how they treated him one night, I remember it was, I forgot her name, character who said, man, I don't need to get me a white husband so you can treat me right one night. And I realized subconsciously we believe that black men in the black community is actually not good men. In fact, we think they're dusties. And I think we subconsciously think of that because, like, when I remember when I used to bring it up around because black women, especially back in the day when I talk about like white men and whatnot, they used to make fun of me for that. But then secretly behind my back, they used to talk about like, oh, I'm probably gonna get me a white man so you treat me right, huh? Right now. Or when they post videos like, oh yeah, you know, this white man treat me right one night. You know, he's giving me that good and stuff. Like, oh. You guys put them on a pedestal. Sometimes when I say pedestal, like you probably be like, oh, well, it's not pedestal right now. When not, it is a pedestal. Also, too, sometimes they go as far as they thinking a white man's going to fix all their problems. Meaning, so I seen some black women that just get the thrill when a white guy, and the white guy could be a Dusty, by the way. Okay, he could be a Trevor, okay, redneck all the way. And when black women, when they realize that because Trevor is good, it happens to fetishize black women, and when that black woman she realized that Trevor has a crush on him, she's like, oh my gosh, you know, I got these white men over me, or she sees as approval whatnot. So secretly they like the approval of white men, they put them on a pedestal. Again, not all black women, but a big majority of ambiguous black women that I noticed. Also, too, they tend to take crap for them sometimes. So, like, when they realize that, when I say take crap and whatnot, what I mean is the white guy can be just as bad as a dusty black guy. But because a lot of them put them on a pedestal, they will accept that. Or they would change him. Try to be I kid you not, so I'm not making this up. If you get offended, just know there's actually women that told me this. They would try to change him, fix him, and be like a mommy. Ugh, sorry. I got just disgusted by just saying that. Sorry. But yeah, that happens more often than what we think in the black community, but not. And also, too, with that being said, they will hate black women. Like, for example, if they feel as though they're acting white one night, because they feel as though you'll be more connected to getting the white man, quote unquote. So for example, let's say you work in business, right? You happen to have your hair a certain type of way, you know, dress a certain type of way, you know, stuff like that, like blaze, like kind of Olivia Pope. Yeah, let me give Olivia Pope, you know. They would get mad at you and then try to police your blackness, by the way. It's saying you're acting white. Oh, you ever gonna get your man like this and whatnot? And then They will talk crap about you, but yet want the men and whatnot, like the white man that they just talk trash about. So they would talk about trash about white people to you, try to like say, oh, you never be white, whatnot, but yet have a crush on a white man, and then seek a proof of from that. You get what I'm saying here? So that's what I've noticed, especially, oh my gosh, don't even start if you're multiracial or biracial and you're like half like part white, whatnot, because I'm part white, whatnot. I really don't talk about it here on this channel, whatnot. I remember I spoke briefly about my percentages, but I really don't talk about all of them, but I will eventually. But one thing about it is they would try to be like, oh, that's your white side talking out, you know, that's your white side stuff coming out, but yet they will sit there and like watch a movie, and then you remember that part when they talk about, oh, that's your white side, they would see a movie with a guy doing the exact same thing that you did, you know, and they'd be like, oh, he's high, when I don't care, when not. You see that? Yeah. So with that being said, it's important for women, with the message is this, it's important for you to decenter men all the way. Don't just decenter one man from your race, okay? Because, don't get me wrong, I'm proud of black women for realizing that black men will use them. Okay, actually, I should make a video about how, actually, you know what, I will, about how black men tend to use black women, and then how churches use black women as well. I actually would say all women, but from what I experienced, I was talking about black women and whatnot. Because since you don't decenter them, and you don't decenter like one specific race, like let's say you're a black woman, you decenter all races of men, but you don't decenter black men, they will tend to use you. Okay? They will tend to use you. And or also too, if you're a black woman, that, like, I only see using black women as an example because it's like one of the examples I gave majority in this video. Like, if you decenter, what should I say, black men, but you don't decenter white men, you're probably going to get a dusty just as bad as the black man you just talk crap about. Okay? So it's important for you to decenter all of them, not just some of them. Okay? Decenter all of them. Men will be men, no matter what race, culture, background they will come from. Okay? And if you decenter them, whatnot, you'll be able to catch these things. Instead of being played, it wouldn't be accepted by that specific race. Because if anything, you're no different than a quote-unquote white guy that fetishizes like Latino women or Asian women or those type of things, you know? And you see how they look stupid, how they look desperate. You know, you look just like that if you don't stop it. Well, you do look like that. Not if you do look like that if you follow the things I just said about how black women pedestal white men. But the thing is, I'm trying to make this video so then you guys can be aware about like who you're being friends around with and the women who do that to you. And when I'm trying to get you into learning about the psychology behind this a little bit. So yeah, if you want more videos like this or you want to discuss more, like, comment, subscribe. Love you guys. Send me stories you have them. Love you.